Hi y'all, today we're going to be talking about PlanetSide 2's close quarters bolts. We're lumping all of these into the same video because they are all statistically identical to each other. They are all exact stat copies of each other, with the only differences being in sound and visual feel. So we're doing these all at once. So this is the SAR-42 on TR, the SAS-R on NC, and the Ghost on VS. I know my SAR-42 kill count is low, but I've used the Ghost a fair bit, and honestly these are not guns you need to use for a long time to get a feel of how good they are. So, these are all these close quarters bolt actions. They're 1.1 chamber time, which is amazing, it's the best in the game, 700 damage in close range dropping to 400, 500 meters per second muzzle velocity, a 4-second reload with a 2.8 short, 5 rounds, bad hip-fire accuracy just like every other sniper rifle, and good aim accuracy. So, the reason all of these bolt actions stand out from all the others is they have short-range optics. That's why they're called the close-range bolts. They have 1 to 4x optics available. Now, in my opinion, you're foolish to take anything less than a 3.4. Personally, I like the 4, but you can go smaller if you want to. The suppressor is just not worth it. It's just useless on these things, and straight pole bolt is a must. So, as I've alluded, these are all exact copies of each other. That's why I'm putting these all in one video. Now, I will admit I do not have the most amount of time with these weapons because I'm traditionally not a sniper, but now my TR character is basically my aim trainer, so that's why we're talking about them. So, these weapons are all very largely dependent on how good you are. If you are good at the game mechanically, you will love these things. They are some of the strongest weapons in the game, and these are things, honestly, are just completely ridiculous if you're good. If you're really good with flicking targets, headshotting, good aim, good positioning with your cloak, you will absolutely devastate entire fights with these guns. They are ridiculously good, and thanks to a fast chamber time and having short-range optics, they're really good in close range, which is also the most fun way to snipe. However, if you are not good at the game, or rather, you cannot headshot effectively, these are awful. Much like the other sniper rifles, but these are just bad if you can't headshot. Sure, you still have decent damage when you're a big scope and body shotter, but honestly, you need to be able to headshot with these guns to make them truly shine. Of course, we're going to go right into live play. I am actually playing on Emerald for once in a while. It is currently 4:15 p.m. on my place, but it's actually about 7 p.m. server time. So, as I've alluded, I'm not that good with these. So, how you see these guns is probably not going to be a great indication. I've rather just been using this gun for the last hour or so and decided I need to make a video on all these. Because I don't feel like I need to get really close to an Araxium on one of these guns to make an opinion on it, because honestly, they're not that complicated. If you can headshot, and if you have good mobility and good positioning, you will straight up tear targets apart with these. If you cannot, they are going to stink. There's really nothing else I can actually say on these guns alone. So instead, you're just going to me suffer, as I am traditionally a terrible flicker and terrible at sniper rifles in pretty much every game I've ever played. So that's what you're going to be seeing for the next little bit. Obviously, I'm commentating all this live, and, well, this means that you're probably going to see me being absolutely trash. But such is the beauty of live reviews. So all these videos, well, not all these videos, this is just going to cover all the CQC bolts at once. I'm not going to put out a different video on, say, the Ghost or the SAS-R, because, like I said, they're all identical. Sure, I could farm content and views, but these are all the exact same. There's no reason to make a video on each of these, and honestly, it would just be silly. So, yeah, here's hoping I don't actually suck that bad during the live gameplay part of this, but no promises. And we're already off to a pretty bad start, given that my aim is clearly not where it needs to be. But this will serve as a good demonstration of how you need good aim to be good at these things. Now, there are some god-tier close-quarter snipers on every server, on every faction, and, well, honestly, if you really want advice with these guns, you're probably better off asking them. But, you know, given that I make weapon reviews, I may as well talk about them and make a fool out of myself live on camera. So, yeah, they're good. There's not actually a whole lot to talk about with these guns because, well, there's not actually a whole lot to say. They're not that deep of weapons. They're sniper rifles that are specifically tuned for close-range combat thanks to their short-range optics, their fast rechamber times, their fast reload times, and, yeah, they're extremely aim-dependent. How good the gun is for you will largely depend on how good your aim is. Now, of course, watching this video, you're going to see that they are not very good at all if you do not have very good aim. But that's the way we do things around here. I'm not pretending to be a great player. So, you know, we'll use them for a bit. Enough that I feel like I've made a decent showcase. Looks like the fight is dead, so we will hit the join combat. Cobalt Calm. What? Why am I going to Cobalt? I guess we're just going to have to manually redeploy because that base is being zerged. No point going there. So, I guess I'll take a quick moment to talk about what I recommend on a loadout with these things because, well, as I've alluded to, by themselves, there's not much these guns have in terms of attachment diversity or anything. You could take the Comfort Grip if you really wanted for equip time, but I think the Straight Pull Bolt is largely the better choice, just because you'll be able to start rechambering instantly. Instead of having to wait for the gun to be fully scoped out for the rechamber to start, you know, you just start rechambering right away. Meaning that if you have god aim, you can really rack up kills really quick. So in the realm of the rest of loadout, pick whatever pistol you like. I really like the Pilot, but honestly it largely depends on what pistol you like the most. Now, I would pick something that works great as a panic situation when you inevitably fuck up your aim, because even the best players have that happen to them. I'm just having it happen a lot more because I'm not that good at the game. So, yeah, pick whatever pistol you like, provided it's decent in panic situations. Now, whether you go Hunter or... Oh, okay, well this flipped. I don't know why I came here then. Oops. Whether you go Hunter or Nano Armor Cloak is largely up to you. Honestly, they both have their own reasons to be picked, and they both have their reasons not to be picked. So, I like Hunter Cloak, because you have more cloak time, and your cloak regens pretty quick. Now, for me, who spends a lot of time cloak, and rapidly cloaks and uncloaks after every shot, because it's a really terrible habit that I've fallen into, I like Hunter. But Nano Armor Cloak lets you get away with surviving bullets. Hell, if you're really lucky, you can just straight up tank headshots through the cloak, which means that in sniper duels, it is actually pretty valuable. It's not the best thing ever, but it's pretty damn good at what it does. There's a player in here. There must be. Never mind. The guy just killed him. Man. How is it that whenever I start recording, the fights immediately go to shit and I can't make a good showcase of this gun the way it is? Like, I'm playing on Emerald. It's literally primetime Emerald. Oh, it's probably because there's 3 minutes left of the lyric. Everyone's playing like an absolute critter to try and get territory. Oh, man, how am I meant to showcase this weapon? This is the problem with doing things live. If you ever become a weapon reviewer and you're watching this video, don't do stuff live like I do. It just becomes a pain. I could put together an epic kill montage of me looking really good in the once a week that I have a good kill streak with this thing. Or, you know, I can make a fool out of myself live on camera. Don't make a fool out of yourself live on camera, folks. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Because you're getting to see the all-star aim that I have. Man, I could really be an esports player with this aim, huh? Couldn't I? Couldn't I? Aren't I such a great close-quarters bolter? Let this be a lesson. If you don't have good aim, you're not going to do well with these things. I will say they're pretty decent aim trainers if you really want to work on your flicking and your headshots. That's the whole reason I'm using them on my TR character. But, you know, am I really the best person to learn from in regards to this thing? No, probably not. I mean, you're seeing this video, right? I hope you're watching me just miss every single shot. I'm not good at the game, okay? I never pretended to be good at the game. Please do not judge me too harshly in the comments. I beg. Alright, well, we'll go till I die, and then honestly, I probably won't even... I guess I'll have to recap, because YouTube doesn't let you do chapters unless you have 3, which is just dumb and annoying. This is now going to turn into a video about complaining about YouTube. I'm joking. Where are all the NC? Like, seriously. I want to try and make a fool out of myself with this gun to show that it's, you know, only good if you have really good aim. But I can't even do that. Because there's no fights. Ooh, hello there. And I immediately... I'm dead. Hello? Wow, that guy was literally an NPC. Okay. So, in recap, after I've made a fool of myself for like 8 minutes, they're great if you can headshot. They're really, really great if you can headshot. All 3 of these rifles are amazing if you can headshot and have good flicks and just have good aim in general. If you can't, they're trash. That's really what they are. They have extremely high, like, KPM potential. They have extremely good KDR potential if you know what you're doing and have the skill accordingly to make that happen. If you don't, well, they're not that good. As per usual, thanks for watching me. Please don't go too hard on the comments, please. I'm trying my best. And I will see you all another time. Bye.